What's going on, people? Now, Cardano ADA has seen an 82% surge to the upside following President Donald Trump's announcement regarding crypto assets being used as a reserve. And so in this video, I'll break down what that means for Cardano ADA, and I'll give you my thoughts on where we're headed next. And so if you're new and you want to see more of this content, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. Now, for the last few weeks, we have been tracking this 5-wave move to the upside where we're targeting that $1 range. And within this 5-wave move, we were tracking this wave 2, where we predicted that the wave 2 would reach anywhere between 53 cents and 64 cents. Now, this wave 2 was made up of a WXYXZ structure, and we were tracking our wave Z, where we predicted that the wave Z would reach anywhere between 59 cents and 61 cents. And as you can see, the price of Cardano ADA ended up reaching 58 cents, which ended up falling in line with our key targets. Now, in my previous video, during the time of recording, which was around 1200 hours, the price of Cardano ADA was around 60 cents. And we were looking at a key target, which was this level here at 63 cents. And this level was key because previously it was found as support. So for example, here on Wednesday, the 26th of February, we found support at that level, and then we saw a breakout where we ended up retesting the 50 EMA, found rejection, and then we ended up retesting the 63 cent level once again, found the support at that level, saw a mini breakout, and then retested that level, found rejection, and then we saw a continuation to the downside, where ADA ended up reaching 58 cents. Now, the 63 cent level was key in determining if whether or not we were on a bullish run or a bearish run. Now, if we ended up finding rejection, then there was a possibility that the 58 cent level would be broken and there'll be more room to the downside where we could potentially reach that lower target at 53 cents. Whereas if we found support, then there was a possibility that the wave 2 was confirmed and we were on the move to the upside. And since then, we ended up finding support at that level, and including the 50 EMA level, and we ended up seeing this price surge following President Donald Trump's announcement. Now, what that means is this wave 2 is now confirmed, and we are now tracking this wave 3. So what I'll do is I'll remove some of this and make the chart a little bit more clearer, and we can target out that wave 3. Now, the wave 3 is typically a 1.618 retracement of our wave 1. And so using the Fibonacci retracement tool, put this in the right place. Like so, and then if I move this now to here, now the level that we need to be keeping an eye on is here at $1.29. So if I just bring that down as well to here, so this is a key level that we need to be keeping an eye on. Now, as you can see, the current price of Cardano ADA does fall short of that level, which is not too much of an issue, given that we are in a corrective move to the downside following, this price surge that we just had. You have people that are taking profits, and, you can't really blame them considering, we've just had an 82% surge to the upside. And so what is interesting about this is on the stochastic RSI, we are within the oversold conditions. And so I do anticipate seeing a reversal to the upside where we can then retest that level at $1.29. Now, all the indicators at the moment are signaling that we are on a bullish run. So for example, the current price of Cardano ADA is sitting above the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, which is both bullish on a short term and in a long term. Now, we did see the 50 EMA cross the 200 EMA, which is also known as a golden cross. And typically, whenever that happens, you do see a price surge that tends to follow. So for example, here we saw a price surge. Here as well, we saw a price surge. And also over here, we saw a price surge. And so this was not surprising to see. In fact, this announcement from President Donald Trump is something that I've talked about in my previous videos. And so it is interesting to see this play out. However, I don't think we've seen the end of it. And I do anticipate there being more room to the upside where we test that $1.29 range. And then once we do see that $1.29 range be met, then I do anticipate there seeing a corrective move to the downside where we can then track our wave 4. Now, should that be the case, that wave 4 would be a 23.6 to 50% retracement of this wave 3. And so assuming that we don't breach past that $1.29 range, we can anticipate that the wave 4 would reach anywhere between 86 cents and $1. And once those targets have been met, then we can then begin to track our wave 5, which would breach past that $1.29 range and potentially reach that $1.50 range. But of course, that's something that we can track in the days to come. Now, what's also interesting about this is we do have a weak high that's being signaled on smart money concept, and we do have a strong low at that 58 cent level, meaning that the likelihood of that being breached anytime soon is unlikely. And so once again, that is very bullish. And so that's ADA on the hourly chart. Now on the 4-hour chart, we are above the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, which is also bullish. And what's also interesting about this is the 50 EMA is on the brink of actually crossing the 200 EMA, which is also known as a golden cross. And so, like I showed you on the hourly chart, anytime you do have a golden cross, you do tend to have a price surge. And so that's going to be interesting to track. Now, whether that price surge falls in line with this wave 5, only time will tell. Now, what's also interesting about this is on the stochastic RSI, we are overbought, and so we do see more room to the downside. Now, whether that price action to the downside will take place after we end up testing that $1.29 range, only time will tell. However, smart money concept is indicating that we do have that weak high at that $1.17 range. And so, the likelihood of us actually breaching past that level sometime soon is likely. And so I do anticipate us actually retesting that $1.29 range first before we continue to see moves to the downside, where we can then track our wave 4. Now, on the daily chart, what's interesting about this is, just waiting for everything to load up. Don't know why it's taking long. There we have it. So what's interesting about this is I have been talking about this range here at $1.32 for the past few weeks now, and we are on the brink of actually testing that level and potentially breaching past that level. And should that be the case, then that would further confirm this bullish trend that we are currently on at the moment. Now, once again, smart money concept is indicating that we do have a weak high, and so the likelihood of that being broken anytime soon is very likely. And in addition to that, we are also reaching that overbought condition on the stochastic RSI, and so there is more room to the upside. And so I do see us actually breaking this $1.32 range in the near future. Now, this forms a bigger 5-wave move to the upside, and we are currently tracking this wave 3. Now, currently, I do see this as being a wave 1 of this wave 3. So just to give you an idea of what that would look like, it looks something like this. We have a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Now, this wave 1 that we're currently tracking has a 5-wave move to the upside, as you can see on this hourly chart, where we have a 5-wave move. And so, this is a long-term play that we're currently witnessing at the moment, and I am very bullish as things stand at the moment. And what's interesting about this is we did see a change of character at that 83 cent level, and that's another bullish signal. Not to mention the fact that the current price of ADA is sitting above the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. But nevertheless, this is something that I've been talking about previously, and of course, those that have been watching my content would attest to this. And I am bullish in the long run and in the short run too. This is something that's going to be interesting to track over the next coming days. And so, yeah, that's just my quick update on Cardano ADA. And so once again, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and give it a like. Take it easy, people.